Good morning, good evening, good day. What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome to your weekly energy report. Turn that volume down here. How y'all doing out there, huh? We are live on Instagram and YouTube. If you would like to see the charts during this live, please go tune into my YouTube. And while you're at it, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. So I appreciate you guys very much for tuning in and for checking up on here. So we're going through some unprecedented times, guys. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate you very much. There is a lot of really massive, powerful energy going on, and we don't have a new moon or a full moon this week, but still, this energy that we have going is things are activating and processing on itself, meaning that this intensity that we have going on, right, is building upon the previous intensity that we've had. So this is like a growth. Like, picture if you're stepping, going up a staircase, right? And each step is a level of experience, of growth, of purge, of processing. And that process brings us to the next level of process, right? Everybody I know is so deep in this energy right now that it's a little confusing. You may not really fully understand where you're at or why. It's because this is breaking us apart. All right, it's so intense that it's like, all right, it's time to go. There is no more peddling if, ands, or buts. Like, it's like when you're a kid and your mom grabbed your hands like, let's go now, right? So it's important to flow the best you can, but also understand this, okay? Be easy on yourself. Ascension symptoms can be getting really, really intense right now with even getting physically sick. Now with the physical aspects of feeling these energies, of course, everybody's all paranoid and freaking out, thinking that they got the Rona. So we want to really remember and understand how our body works and how our immune system works, right? Because we don't want to automatically go to, oh no, fuck, the world's over. Okay. And that's kind of like the energy that's happening right now. It's so, like, the South Node Sagittarius is really highlighting all of the noise that's going on outside in the rest of the world. And there is a lot of scary shit going on out there. Okay. I'm not, putting anything on that one. But the point is that we need to stay focused on us, on our body, on our community, on what's going on right in front of our face in our reality. Because the fact is that we have little to no control over what's going on out there. That stuff is just a distraction. And right now, the thing is, we may be looking for distraction. Okay. This energy is it's pushing us into new layers, new areas, new ways of being. And going towards the North Node is always an unknown place. And the unknown place, there's a process of fear, right? There's a process of not knowing where you're going. So this is where this energy can get very confusing. All right. And the confusion is normal. I just want you guys to understand that it's very normal. Okay. This is where the trust in the heart comes into play. As we step into this unknown, we're facing certain parts of ourselves, because that's what this work is all about within. Facing the unknown within ourselves, facing the unknown energies in our hearts. And the more we face it, the more it's going to open up. And right now, it is just ripe for activating and opening up so fast. Now, as this opens up and activates, it's opening us up to more vulnerability and more, deeper shit. Okay. So we really have to find this place, this fine line in the middle, where we are able to stay living our lives and moving forward in our intentions of what we want to create in our life, but not get too caught up in the process. We have to let this energy flow through us, not get attached to it, right? Does that make sense? And of course, with Neptune square the nodes, which is going to be going on for a while, not going to lie, all right, it's not even, it hasn't come to its crescendo yet. It hasn't gotten exact. It won't until after Neptune goes direct, which will be at the end of this month. So this is like, it's still building, right? Going with the flow. Hell yeah. What's up, Crystal? So the confusion is the Neptunian energy. And this confusion is sort of almost synonymous with addictive energy. Okay. So, and distractive energy. So it's like we are in this sea of emotions, a sea of energy that is trying to distract us from feeling what's in our heart energetically. It's trying to keep us in our mind. And the more we allow that mental energy to stay in control, the less we're going to be able to do the work on our heart. So we want to really focus our energy on the heart-centered part of that, okay? Stay in your heart. And look, it's not easy all the time, okay? I literally everybody I know has been experiencing like physical pains, symptoms. I know a bunch of people that have strep throat right now and feeling like exhausted and tired. I've been exhausted and tired, and I've been, you know, and I even got a strep throat for a little while. But when we put labels on it, right? Like we need to like take a step back. Like, so say for example that, you know, you get a cold or you get sick, right? Well, right now, like, you know, that's literally like touching an IED right now. It's oh fuck. Now you gotta go do all this shit. I'm telling you right now, the medical system is completely, the medical system is completely compromised. Okay. Oh, you just started your moon today. Thank you for letting me know. Awesome. The medical system is completely compromised, and that's, I mean, really the whole freaking world is compromised at this point. Like we don't know who we can trust. That's the Neptune square the nodes energy, right? Right? Medical system is fucked. The political system is fucked. The every industry is fucked right now. Hey, what's up, Darcy? So with all these, but look, it's because this needs to happen, because really, like, the systems have always been fucked, but now it's coming to the light so that we can see what the issues are and transform it. It's so interesting that you know, in the medical world, man, like alternative medicine is actually what medicine was before medicine became medicine, right? Natural remedies, like there are the earth makes everything that our organic body needs to recover from anything, right? What does tapping the hearts on the right do? You know, that's a good question. I have no idea. What can someone answer that? What does tapping hearts on the right do? I appreciate the hearts. Thank you. So this is where we really have to get to know ourselves and really have to be honest with ourselves, right? And getting honest with ourselves about who we are, getting honest with ourselves about what we want to do, who we want to be, where we want to go in the future. This transition, this transformation that we're going through, we are in the middle, the thick of it right now, right? We have been like October was a month that we were going through the birthing canal. Now we've been birthed into this new energy. Everybody can feel it, right? But now it's like we're being birthed into chaos. But that kind of is how the process of birthing goes. So as the birthing process is happening, and now we're like, oh, I have these eyes, I got to see. I get these ears, I got to hear. What are these things sticking out of my body? Their fingers, oh my goodness, what can I do with them? All these new things we're relearning and reformulating and figuring out, right? And with this new activation, it's kind of crazy. So I just want to reassure you guys, you know, like everything is happening in divine timing and Everything is happening the way it needs to happen. It looks really nasty on the outside right now, but it really is not that bad. This is a fucking video game. The third dimension is literally a simulation. The Matrix, right? The Matrix was a documentary. So as we're going into this new phase and all this uncertainty and all these areas, it's testing us to see where our blockages are and where our energy is not flowing smoothly and what we need to look at within ourselves. So if you are projecting this energy outwards, you need to take a look at that. Okay. Now, if you're feeling good, that's great, but even the feeling great can pull you into this, imbalanced place as well. So if you're feeling like shit, you can be feeling like super shit. If you're feeling great, you can be feeling imbalancedly great, okay? Either way, there's a lot of extremes going on right now, right? It's stretching us out in all these different ways and all these different facets, so that as we open up, we're feeling things that we didn't even realize were in there, opening up our chakras, right? Where if you have body pain, wherever your body pain, or if you're getting sick, wherever there's pain or imbalances and stuff, that's your body clearing out all that crap, all that dense negative vibration, right? There is a lot of purging going on. So we step into this, and each step we take, the reason, we are being granted a massive opportunity here, guys, to live and to breathe and to create a fifth dimensional reality. Now, in order to do that, we have to be living, with other people from a space of love. And there is not a whole lot of that we can see on the surface right now, at least. However, I believe that that's going to be flipping around, okay? As we're going through this massive purging process, okay? This is going to shift. December 21st is the day, and everything leading up to that day is us getting rid of all the gunk and shitting out. It's like we're still going up. All right, this energy is still going to get more intense. It's still expanding. There's so much expansion going on. It's nuts, right? We're seeing the people are the victims. We're seeing how we sabotage ourselves. We're seeing where the addictions are. We're seeing where all the lies are. We're seeing all the projection. Okay? And people that are lying at this point, they're just fucking lying. It's everywhere. So if you're choosing to stay in a place or around people that are acting or being like that, then you're choosing to associate with that vibration. And by next year, that's going to be solidified. Like, this is where we're being granted the opportunity to step into the higher vibration of self, and to the better, I'd say, higher vibrational timeline, right? And to face and process all the stuff that's no longer serving us. So I want you guys to look at this experience that we're having as a huge opportunity, okay? The opportunity to grow, to heal, to process, and to step in, to open up the heart, because at the very, very core of everything, of the collective unconscious, okay, at the very, very core of our being, this is what we're doing. We are opening up our hearts. And as we open up our hearts, we have to get the gunk out of all the crap that people don't like, okay? So when they say, oh, well, I was saying last week about how we're identifying this like narcissistic empath, abusive, codependent relationship. Well, we're seeing and understanding and learning the dynamics, the details of that relationship now. And this is the split, okay? 3D and 5D is the split of this relationship, so that we can identify all the little points and things that go into this dysfunctional relationship and heal it. So essentially, we are really going through a massive collective healing right now. And it looks fucking ugly, guys, because we all have this shit in us, because we're all connected to the collective unconsciousness, right? And this is why it's so important for people to do this work and get out there and really like honor their own hearts, right? We all have to be honoring ourselves, because the more we honor ourselves, the more we honor the world and the more we heal the world. And there's a lot of healing going on right now, which is a really beautiful thing. Okay. This vibration is just getting stronger and higher and faster. And it's going to keep coming at us. And then the real shift, of course, is going to happen on December 21st. So stay centered the best you can. Allow this time to be okay. Don't try to force anything. I mean, I think you're at a point right now, right? Whereas if you try to force something, it's like, yeah, no, sorry, ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna go back over here. Just not going anywhere, right? Definitely, Brandy, Epsom salt baths help with the cleansing. Until we're one big music festival. That would be nice, but probably unlikely. But I love me some music. You know, Burning Man. I am so grateful and happy that I went to Burning Man, because I got to experience the community aspects of how they created their bonds. And that's the way I think the world is really starting to go, right? Yeah. So learning to go with the flow, but now we're coming into a whole new level of going with the flow. Whereas while you're in the flow, learning how to work with the flow. Okay. So it's not just going with the flow anymore. Now it's like, all right, how can we sit in the flow? How can we manifest the flow? How can we expand the flow? How can we appreciate the flow? How can we identify the parts of the flow that we don't, you know, that we want to modify or manipulate, right? How do we get in there? So I was just looking at all the comments here real quick. So this week we are shifting from the energy of Scorpio to the energy of Sagittarius, which, you know, I think is going to be a good thing, because I love Scorpio energy. You know, I have a Scorpio Venus and a Scorpio Uranus, right? But it's intense, and this Scorpio season has been, you know, has not let us down for sure. Okay, this past new moon was very bright, very amazing, but it is deep. It's so intense. It's ruled by Pluto, and the sun is sextile to Pluto, right? So as we're going through this Scorpion energy, it's bringing up all this deep, dark stuff that is just so deep for everyone. Now, as the sun goes into Sagittarius, it's going to start to take all that stuff that you just worked through and start to see it and expand it and understand it more efficiently, more, it's going to start to connect the dots to all the dark stuff that we just brought up and out. Okay. And that is also, Sagittarius season is going to bring us in essentially energetically to the next eclipse season. So we are really ending an eclipse cycle right now. We're in the middle of ending the eclipse cycle right now and starting a new eclipse cycle. Okay. Which is massive, because there's going to be a plot twist coming up. Actually, there's going to be quite a few plot twists coming up, not just in the world, but within ourselves. And the plot twists are going to be happening within, because all the stuff that's going on in the world right now is still Cancer Capricorn activations. Okay. That's still all that stuff that's going on. We're ending and finishing up that cycle, because the Capricornian energies, that's what all this crap in the world that's going on is all about. Right. So with the switch of that energy, now we're going to start to see, and we've already been seeing it, but it's going to get way bigger here in the next few months. Right. We're going to start to see a lot more people now doing speaking their passionate truth, doing what I'm doing, right? A lot more, there's going to be a lot more visibility to it, right? Adam, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I have an interesting question here, real quick. Will we ever feel the energy of Mars retrograde again? It was the worst. Well, not like you did this past Mars retrograde, because this one was very unique. But I mean, Mars retrograde happens every 2 years, so yes, you will feel it again, but it's going to be a different sign. It's going to be with a different situation. But you know, if it was the worst and if it sucked, it just means that there was a lot of things regarding to that particular archetypal energy that you had to face and feel, right? And to be, you know, I'm an Aries rising, so Mars is a very prominent energy in my chart. So I was feeling that shit like a mofo too. In fact, I have an injury that I'm still trying to figure out in my right shoulder. My nerves actually aren't firing in my shoulder or my tricep. So I've been doing a lot of biohacks and working with an incredibly intelligent chiropractor here in Las Vegas. And I'm gonna start be bringing in some really cool stuff to you guys soon with microscopy, and I'm gonna do a lot of biohacking experimentation. I'm gonna show you guys all this stuff when I start doing it to heal this. I'm having some kind of nerve issue in this tricep going down this side here and in my shoulder and down my back. And I believe that I will be able to heal it naturally. So we all have some unique issue or situation that we're working with, that we're working on to overcome. And whatever issue it is that you're working on right now, this is your opportunity. I want you to look at it as an opportunity, whether you're sick or you're tired or you're feeling like crap or you're low on money or you're whatever issue it is that you are dealing with right now. Okay. There's definitely a lot of emotional stuff in there. Okay. And I'm gonna get into all that when I get like in the specifics, but really I want to talk to you guys about whatever it is that you are facing, because everybody is facing some kind of issue right now, right? Everybody is. That is your opportunity to master yourself, to learn about yourself, to figure yourself out. Now what route you choose, what direction you choose with healing and taking care, loving, this is all about loving yourself, okay? Whatever path you choose to do that is an example of how you are living your life, right? So say, for example, let's take the situation with this like whole vaccine thing coming out, right? So for me, I personally like to keep my immune system strong. I like to keep myself healthy, as natural and neutral as possible. I don't want any foreign or synthetic shit in my body at all, right? And because of that, I'm 42 and I think I look pretty young and I stay in pretty great shape and I have a good head on my shoulders and I know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Many years ago, taut bands in your chest, feel, actually, I had been having some issues in my upper chest here. Yo, Adam, are you reading me energetically right now or something? So yeah, so with all this stuff going on, right, all this fear mongering and everything, like, you know, they're probably gonna censor me for the stuff, but fuck it, you know what? I don't care. I just so you guys, I need your guys' help. Please share this video because I do like to be as candid as possible. And I want to make sure that I'm getting all this information out to the best I can. So, okay, I appreciate you, bro. So you can either go ahead and take this vaccine, right? That is, by the way, an mRNA vaccine, which is going to alter your DNA and basically make you a GMO and activate all this imbalance in your body. Okay. You know, in my opinion, that is basically you poisoning yourself out of fear. So Me, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to take responsibility for myself. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to do what I can to keep my immune system as strong as possible. Okay. Now they are doing everything they can to make sure that we don't have good quality food, right? Like they're trying to control everything. And it's really unfortunate. However, you know, technology is getting advanced, and I'm pretty good about you know, getting healthy, clean stuff for me. So if you're a GMO, then you're owned. Yes, that is so true. So keeping your body healthy, right? Giving your body what it needs, learning to listen to your body and understand what it's telling you it needs. Okay. Right now, we need to listen to our bodies. We need to listen to ourselves, and we need to feed ourselves emotionally, physically, nutritionally, everything, what we need to optimize ourselves, because that will also keep our vibration the highest as well. Okay. This is so important, because also we have to remember that with all this stuff that's going on, right? It's so amazing how the whole 5G thing just took a shit and just, you know, went away. But, you know, is that destructive? It can be. But with more synthetics and more crap that we put in our body, or we're being told that we need to put in our body, it's going to keep our DNA from activating. Now, right now, there's a massive amount of DNA activation going on. All this stuff that we're experiencing, all these ascension symptoms, all of these transformations is bringing us up into the fifth dimension, which is activating DNA. And they don't want that. They don't want you guys to know this shit. Okay? We need to be able to express ourselves and to take care of us and take responsibility for ourselves and live a life that's worth living. Right? So Jennifer Rose Smith asked, but what if we have to take it by law? How can we still raise our vibes? Well, and this is where this is the difficult choices that people are going to have to make here in the near future, like all around the world, because they are trying to force these things upon us, right? We have to fight back. Bottom line. Like, I will not allow anybody to inject any fucking poison into me. Fuck you. No thanks. Not going to happen. Right? So you need to create. The North Node in Gemini is all about creating a community, right? Organizing a system. Like, you have to step up. I mean, honestly, this is sort of like the movie Terminator, right? You need to fucking organize like a network of people to make sure that you can all take care of yourself. You need to know somebody that's a doctor, or that's a lawyer, or that's, you know, you need to have people in your community realm that is going to be able to give you actually real life fucking information, as opposed to someone that's trying to sell you something, try to sell you a lie, and try to sell you some bullshit if you don't know about it, right? MSM Metal Detox. I love that. Oh yeah. Yeah. One of the number one things you can do is turn off your fucking TV, guys. Do not watch mainstream media. We need to connect with our people. We need to, like, did you know that the 6 feet distance thing, right? Social distancing, 6 feet is how far the heart chakra goes out the body. 6 feet. Of course, that's an approximation, but just think about that. They're trying to keep people from connecting, because the number one thing that's important for people is connection, right? MSM. Oh, MSM, not mainstream media. Yeah, I got you, man. I actually take MSM. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the 6 feet thing is kind of crazy. So all this stuff that's going on, man, it is creating a vibe, but it has to create a vibe in order for us to be able to stand up for what we believe in, and for the people that all over the world that believe in their rights, believe in who they are, believe in what they want, to stand up and take response. Like right now, it's either you're going to be a full-blown victim or a full-blown patriot. That's it. There's no in between. And on December 21st, energetically, that divide is going to be solidified. Okay, you're going to have third dimension victims over here, fifth dimension patriots over here, or I guess you could say, love and fear, victim responsible, however you want to word it or put it. That is what the fuck is going on. Okay, and next year then is the Saturn Uranus square, which is going to be like, all right, now we all know where we stand. Now let's kick it off. Now let's go. It's game time, right? So yes, we need hugs. We need interaction, which is I've been exploring more and more these I've been exploring like sacred sexuality more and learning much more about the energetics of sex and presence and really getting into deeper and deeper connections. I'm actually going to be doing some training here coming up in the next few months that I'm going to be excited to share with you guys. So stay tuned for that. I don't want to get too much into that because I gotta keep, I'm on the tip of that. Just a tip. So let's get into the charts here. All right. So let's see here. Where is? So if you are on Instagram, you can go over to YouTube and check out the chart here. Now, this is November 17th, okay? This is today. We have the moon in Capricorn. Now, tomorrow is actually going to be a pretty significant day because the moon is going to be in the exact opposite position that was in during the new moon. So it's almost going to feel like this new moon is being extended. This new moon is Scorpio, right? And that is very powerful because we're still playing around here with this Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn going on. And so the 18th into the 19th is going to be more purging, more bringing stuff up, more. But it's a sextile, so this is good. We want this kind of purging, okay? We want to get rid of this stuff. It's like, all right, the stuff that has been sitting there is ready to come out. It needs to come out. It's like when you've been nauseous for a while and you just need to puke to get it out. Just get it out, man. Just go. Just go, right? Then once you go, you feel a whole lot better, right? So it's going to be all good. On the 19th, okay, we have the moon coming into Aquarius. So, 18th and 19th, just be open and ready to, be feeling that energy. All right. We have Venus at 28 degrees Libra, exactly opposed Black Moon Lilith at 28 degrees retrograde in Aries. So that is going to be, there's also a lot of sexual tension in the air. Of course, we are in Scorpio season. And Scorpio's season is very sexual. And of course, this week also, too, we're going to be having Venus coming in to Scorpio as well. Now, I'll get into that in a minute, okay? On the 20th, we have the moon coming into the second, third decan of Aquarius, making some good aspects, nothing too crazy. Now, on the 21st, we have Sagittarius season starting. So happy birthday to all my beautiful Sagittarius out there. I love you guys. And my daughter's Sagittarius. I love you, Aya. Thank you so much for changing my life, for being my daughter. And isn't it interesting that the sun goes into Sagittarius the exact same day that Venus goes into Scorpio? That's very powerful, okay? And we still have Mercury at 15 degrees of Scorpio as well. So all the scorpionic energy is really flowing. It's really starting to move. And we have all this stuff that's just coming up and just processing it out for the final time. Now that we're going to be hitting the Sagittarius energy, like people are going to start to, want to really explore ideas or, what ifs. It's going to be the season of what if, okay? If it isn't already, all right? Much more what if scenarios and moving into deeper and deeper processes of expansion and understanding all these new things and variables of how things are going to turn, because there's so much unknown right now. There's so much energy that is like, I have no idea how it's going to play out. That energy is going to expand a little more and more. Like, I don't know, but the what ifs are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then once we get really December 14th, okay, which is the lunar eclipse. Yes, the lunar eclipse. No, solar eclipse. Solar eclipse in Sagittarius. The 14th to the 21st of December. That week is just, that's when the real threshold just boom, gonna be nuts. Okay, I'm gonna be making my December energy report here real soon, and my eclipse my eclipse videos as well. So you guys tune into that when you get a chance. But now that Venus is in Scorpio, okay, I have Venus in Scorpio. When Venus is in Libra, it's much more controlled, much more like, okay, this is what I want. I know this is what I like, this is what I don't like. Venus in Scorpio is much more exploratory. Of course, Scorpio, it digs deep, right? Literally and figuratively. It's just, we going deep. So we just had the sun, and we still have Mercury, okay? And now we have Venus making its transit, and it's going to be opposing Uranus. So this is going to be interesting. A lot of unexpected things with relationships, with money. I mean, not like we haven't had enough, right? But this is going to bring a new awareness, like new things popping up unexpectedly, like maybe you're going to fall for someone, or maybe you're just going to decide that, you want to be polyamorous and not monogamous, or maybe you're going to decide that you want to try tantra, or maybe you're going to decide that you want to, explore your sexuality in a new way, somehow, some way. This is when the freak shit starts coming out, okay? And hey, good on you. Let's let that freak shit come out, but do it in a productive and responsible way. That's all I'm saying, right? Just be responsible about it. As long as you're responsible about it, everything's good, okay? And then we come to the 23rd. Now that the Venus opposite to Uranus is not going to be coming next week. I'll what's up, Winnie? I'll talk about that more next week. But the great thing is that we have Mars going direct now. Now it's still at 15 degrees, so it's still just sitting there. It hasn't really moved much. It's not going to get really moving until next month. So this masculine energy, this new drive, it's like, but it's like wants to go, but it feels like it's moving in slow motion. So accept the slow motion for me. So, God, I can't sing. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry about that. But as we can see too now, Jupiter is now 24 degrees and Pluto is back at 23 degrees. All right, this 23 degrees is a big deal, especially with the previous new moon was at 23 degrees. Okay, 2 + 3 is 5. Is change. All right, we have the Jupiter energy pulling away from Pluto and now going towards Saturn. So we're going to be starting to switch gears into this new energy of the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, which is known as the Great Conjunction, and it's going to happen at 0 degrees of Aquarius next month. So we are coming to the crescendo of our lives, people. All right. We are coming into some of the biggest energies that humanity has ever seen, ever. Right? So I want you guys to just be patient with yourselves. Okay? And so that's awesome. All right. Yeah. Let this sexual energy, this Kundalini energy speak to you. Allow these experiences to shape you. Don't let it make you be afraid. Okay? Don't let it shut you down. So if you're feeling like shit and you have a sore throat and you're just laying on the couch, don't lay there and just like, fuck, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta make this happen, I gotta make that. Don't let that mental activity, because we still have Mercury, in Scorpio, that shit, you'll drive yourself fucking crazy. Don't do it. Accept where you're at, okay? Be present. If you're feeling like shit, then let yourself feel like shit. If you're excited and activated, then be excited and activated. Okay? Allow it just to be okay. Let it flow through you. Don't try to control it. Don't try to understand it. Don't try to manipulate it. Don't try to force it. Don't try to move it. Just let it move through you. And allow yourself to be a part of it. Okay? Because this energy is teaching us. We are all growing so fast. The more you take care of yourself, mind, body, spirit, the more you will grow, the more DNA you will activate, and the more whole you will become. This period of time, this next 6 weeks, I would say, this next 6 weeks of our lives is the most important time of our lives to detox, to stay centered, to honor the internal guidance that we get. So, if you feel yes, do or say yes. If you feel no, do or say no. Do not contradict your inner guidance. Whatever you feel called to do, do. Okay? That is what I've got for you. It's going to be a big week. There's going to be a big shift towards the end of the week. And this big shift is going to be, it's going to be very exploratory. And it's probably going to bring up some fear. It's probably going to bring up some problems, but go into it with a sense of curiosity, not a sense of doom. Okay. Because really all this is it's opening up energy centers. Like my shoulder is fucked, but you know what? I'm okay with it because I know that I'm going to figure it out. I'm a smart dude. I know how to take care of myself. I know how to read my body and I'm listening to my body. And it's teaching me whenever there was a few times where I said no when I felt yes, and it made it worse. So like, okay, body, I'm listening. I love you. I'm sorry. So we're learning all these deeper, more intimate ways of saying yes to ourselves, right? And we have this opportunity at a deeper level to continue to make that happen. So do not fight the yes. That's how you stay in the flow. All right, by listening to the internal guidance and allowing it to guide you and honoring it every step of the way. Oh, okay. Well, you're not feeling well. We're going to consume, organic foods today that are going to boost your immune system. Some bone broth, right? Some, grandma's chicken soup or, whatever. We're not going to go just, pump meds down our throat and, just suppress ourselves. Do your best to not suppress anything. Do your best to stay open, to stay activated, and to stay in a self-loving place, whatever that may be. If you need to go exercise, if you need to go on a hike, if you need to have sex, if you need to lay down, if you need to sleep, if you need to, go get a massage, whatever it is that you can do, take care of yourself, do it. And just, remind yourself of the boundaries and limitations that you have, because we all do have them, of what makes you feel optimal. Now there may be to a certain extent, you may not even feel well, I just feel like shit, I don't feel optimal. Well, then let that be okay. It's all about just letting it be okay, right? Could my shoulder be from channeling collective masculine energy, pain, overwhelming feeling senses on the right side and connecting to vertebrae C6 and C8? I definitely think it could be a part of that. I really do. Since I've been working on, on my spiritual gifts, I've had a lot of issues in my C6 to upper thoracic area over there, and it's gotten so much worse in the last 2 months. But I'm confident in the people I surround myself with are very intelligent, and I'm going to be starting doing live and dry blood cell analysis again very soon, and I'm going to be showing you guys that too. And through blood cell analysis, you guys are going to be blown away at the kind of stuff that we can see on a microscope about the health of the human body and of the human mind. And I'm going to be showing you guys all that. I have so much exciting stuff that's coming through that you guys just can be just wow. I'm even like wowing about it. All right, so I'm excited to share all this stuff with you guys. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting, for liking, for sharing. Share this video, because you know some of the stuff I talk about, man, there's those keywords. They're trying to, like, you know, shadow ban this stuff. Get this information out because people need to hear it. Okay. And I hope you guys have a wonderful and beautiful week. And I will be keeping you guys updated with all this new stuff that I'm coming into, because there's a lot of things that are coming up and coming around, a lot of big energies. And very soon I'm going to be putting up a very special promotion for readings, okay, for the Sagittarius season. So I will put out a special post for all you guys on that. And other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I love you. Namaste. Have a beautiful week, guys.